Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk to you today about 4 things that I think YouTube has done for me or given me as a person. The reason I wanted to make this video today is my husband and I were talking the other day about our jobs and where we see ourselves going in the future, what his sort of dreams are for his business. He has his own business, and what my goals are as the kids get older and things like that. And it just got me thinking about YouTube and my journey so far and the reasons I do it, what it gives me, why I love it so much, what has made it such a huge part of my life. And it is a huge part of my life, not just making videos, but watching them, people that I've met through YouTube, the opportunities I've had through YouTube, my kids are absolutely obsessed with YouTube, and that's got nothing to do with me, that's their own personal preference. All 3 of them, given the choice, will always choose to watch YouTube. They obviously love movies and cartoons and things, but 9 times out of 10, if they're relaxing with their iPads, they will be watching YouTube videos. So it is a massive part of our family and a massive part of my life. I also wanted to talk about it because I think there's a lot of misunderstanding and lack of understanding about what it is that vloggers do and why they do it and their motivations, and just about the community in general. I think if you're not involved in it directly, so you don't make your own videos and you don't really watch YouTube, then it's quite easy, and I can completely understand why people don't get it. They don't understand what the appeal is. They think it's all quite strange and like an odd thing to do, especially if you're over a certain age. I'm a full-grown mum of 4, and why do I do it? People must wonder that. I'm very aware that people must think, or some people must think, it's quite strange. So myself and a group of amazing vloggers have decided to come together just to shed a bit of light on the whole thing, why we do it, what it means to us, what goes into it, and just why YouTube is such a big part of our lives. I will have the details of all the other vloggers taking part in this collaboration in the description box below. There are lots of us. It's something we all feel really passionately about. I just think it's important sometimes to shout about the positives and what we think is so great about it. So for me, there are 4 reasons why I absolutely love YouTube and why it has become such a huge part of my life. The first one is community. A big part of that for me is Channel Mum. I started my channel really because of Channel Mum and becoming a part of that, and it was a complete fluke that I stumbled across Channel Mum in the first place, and when I actually started to work with them, everything just seemed to fall into place, and I felt like I became a part of something that was really important right now for mums and going forward, that was really unique, that was really valuable, and it made sense to me. Channel Mum is a community in itself, and not just from the YouTube side of things, but on the Channel Mum website they actually have a support forum with a trained psychologist and health visitor and trained supporters who are there to chat to mums on a daily basis about all kinds of issues, from mental health to weaning and depression, anxiety, pregnancy, just anything and everything to do with being a mum. So even though my involvement with Channel Mum started off in relation to vlogging and being a YouTuber and that kind of thing, there's so much more to it than that, and I don't think enough mums know about it yet. We need to shout it from the rooftops, because all mums need support. You could have the biggest group of friends and the biggest family in the world, but there are times when you just want to talk to other mums who aren't necessarily your family or friends, who don't know you, who you just want to bounce ideas off, get advice, share funny stories, whatever it is that you need as a mum on a particular day. You can find it there, and I just think it's an amazing thing. So I will leave a link in the description box. It's channelmum.com/chat, but I'll leave the link anyway, so you can just click through if it's something that's of interest to you. But that side of the community is something that I didn't even know for a second would be opened up to me, and I'm not entirely sure I would have found Channel Mum had it not been for YouTube. Perhaps I would, I'm sure I would have over time, but I'm glad I found it when I did, because it was when my 3rd baby was very little, and then obviously I've gone on to have another baby since then, so I found Channel Mum and the community around that just at the right time for me, and I'm so glad that I did. It's just a really good place to be. It gives me a sense of belonging and yeah, at a time when I felt like I wasn't really sure where I fitted in, YouTube gave me that place. The second thing that YouTube has given me is a purpose. I discovered YouTube and started making videos around the time that I left my job. So starting my YouTube video gave me that purpose. It gave me something to do, something that was mine. It was a hobby. I'd never really had a hobby before. It became something that I loved to do, that was just for me, and it allowed me to learn something new all the time as well. I was learning about editing and using software that I'd never used before. I was learning about videography and photography and just, you know, content planning, marketing myself to a degree, all that stuff that I had. And I worked in marketing and PR before, so everything that I'd done in my job I was able to kind of still do through my YouTube channel, which gave me a real sense of purpose. And when I started to make money through it as well, however little it was at the time, it really gave me such a huge sense of pride that I'd built something up from nothing, literally from nothing, from just picking up a camera one day to something that could potentially become my job. And of course it didn't mean that I wasn't loving being at home with my kids. I absolutely adore it. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I just needed something that was for me and that just challenged me mentally, basically. And YouTube gave me that, and I will forever be grateful that I decided to pick up my camera that day. I just wish I'd done it sooner. And that leads me on to the third thing that YouTube has given me, and that is an outlet. I'm quite a creative person, I always have been. I like to do and make things, and the fact that I got to learn these new skills and be a bit creative came at exactly the right time when I needed it. I needed to use that part of my brain, I needed to get that back in my life and feel inspired and motivated and all of those things, and creating YouTube videos has definitely given me that. Somebody woke up from their nap, so I had to go and get her. But actually that leads me quite nicely on to my fourth and final thing that YouTube has done for me, and that's somewhere to keep my memories. Like so many mums, I'm sure, I'm petrified of forgetting and not being able to remember how small they were and how, you know, chubby their fingers were and the sound of their little chuckles when they're babies. The fact that I have a YouTube channel and I've started a YouTube channel motivates me to pick up my camera more often. It motivates me to get out and about with my family, to make memories and to do something with them. I'm so guilty even now of taking photos and they just live on my phone. I don't print them out or frame them or put them up around the house or put them in an album. I just wish I'd started it sooner. I'd give anything to go back and be able to make videos of all of my births, for one, all of my pregnancies. Having those memories forever as videos is just the best thing ever, and I'm so glad that I've started doing it. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. It's something a little bit different for me, but I really wanted to get involved with all the other amazing ladies who are making a video on this subject. As I mentioned earlier, I will have them all linked in the description box below. There is quite a lot of us, but I would 100% recommend working your way through the list because they all have such a different story to share. If you've come over from one of the other videos, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I would love it if you'd subscribe and stick around, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Oh, and don't forget to check out the Channel Mum support group as well, links down below.